Hey, what is up, guys? It is Card Shuffler 99. If you didn't know, we are starting a series of reveals for David Blaine's TV special, Real or Magic, that he did way back in the old days.
Good show.
If you haven't seen it, they have videos on YouTube where you can check it out. It's a great special. He did a bunch of tricks. He did a recent special this year, but we weren't really impressed at all by it, to be honest. He didn't really do too many card tricks, but
He did some
he did a lot of card tricks in Real or Magic, so we are going to put together one of them. Now, we aren't going to perform this one because it is a really lengthy trick, but we are going to reveal the trick where he basically puts down one red card, one black card, and he has the spectators start setting down cards. Now, Matt Franco, if you don't know who Matt Franco is, he did a version of this trick that we actually did reveal, but David Blaine does it a little bit different, so we're going to talk about how it's done. And yeah, let's get to it. So, the first thing you're going to need is a marked deck. Okay, if you don't know what a marked deck is, it's a deck that has a little marking on the back of it, and it tells you what the card is, whether it's through literally saying Six of Hearts or whether it's through, anything like that. That gives you a marking of, exactly what's happening. So, you need to have one of those, okay? And from there, you're going to set up your deck in this little situation. You need a full deck, okay? You're going to go 13 black, 13 red. Now, guys, this deck is a little bit special. The red, just keep in mind the red pips, but for some reason the cards are actually black. And once again, 13 black, 13 red. So basically you have black, red, black, red. It could be red, black, but basically you have 13, 13, 13, 13, right? Now, you can have the spectator shuffle this packet, or you shuffle it. Now, I highly recommend you shuffle it, because this is what's going to happen when you do a riffle shuffle. In fact, let me do this face up so you guys can actually see what happens. When you have 13 red, 13 black, in this order, you can see when you riffle it, the black cards get riffled together, and the red cards get riffled together. Okay? Now, once you do that, it's not going to be perfect if you don't get the perfect riffle shuffle, and I highly recommend don't do it slow, do it quicker. And then what you can do is you just go through and you say, all right, I'm going to go through and I'm going to find a red card and a black card. And what you're actually doing is just looking for mistakes. Now, you actually are going to take out a red and a black card, but you should have a break. So you can see here, there's some mistakes. 4 clubs in the red pile, so I just bring it to the bottom. There's a red card here. Some 2 blacks, put that to the bottom, and the rest should be good. Yes, so now, basically, all you have to do is get half the reds and half the blacks. Shuffling it is not necessary if you don't want to take that chance, but you just do that, and you just say, I'm going to go through and find a red and a black card, fix your mistakes, and then go ahead and set a red card and a black card down, right? Now what you do is you say, all right, go ahead and set them down, right? And this is what's going to happen. So they start setting these down. And, they know this is completely random. You know it's completely random. Well, actually, you don't. You know it's not random. But what's happening here... So they go through, they start, using their intuition, even though, they're probably going to be wrong anyway. They go through, they make the piles. Easy, right? Now, what do you have? You have half black, half red, right? You have half black, half red. And the red is on the top, okay? And you need to know what's on the top. So basically, when you set this entire thing up, you need to know, if you have half the red cards on top, because whatever you have on top is where you don't want to start. So, because I had all the black cards on top, so I had half black and then half red, I'm going to start with the red pile, because when I start setting these down, these are all red, right? And you go through, and what you're looking for, because there's going to be half black, half red, you're looking for you're looking generally for where the break occurs. So you're going through and you say, check it out, you got all the red cards, right? But remember, you're looking at the markings on the back of the card, because he goes through and he stops right there, because this is a black card, and he knows it by looking at the marking. By doing that, he's not flipping over any more cards, okay? All he has is black cards here, right? Now, because these are red, he takes this pile over here. This is half red, half black. And he puts it right on top. Okay? And then he just spreads through and says, check it out. You still got all the red cards here and all the black cards. And he pretends that, you know, you legitimately got all the black cards on this side and all the red cards on that side. When in reality, you didn't. It was just half red, half black, half red, half black. He goes through once again. You know, he's looking at the marking. So let me do this one more time, and I'm going to show you guys really quick. So once they're done, this is the situation you're in, right? You have half red, half black. And remember, whatever you had from the start, before they started dealing the cards, whichever color was on top, so you should have half red, half black, right? Before they started dealing, whichever color was on the top. So let's say, you know, you had red on the top, you're going to be starting with black. But in this case, I have red because now the reds are going to be on top. So, you know, he starts dealing down. He says, you got all the red cards, right? But did you really have all the red cards? No. So when's he going to stop? He's going to stop when he sees the marking that tells him the next card is black. When he knows that this is black, the rest are going to be black. So he can't continue to say, you know, you got all the red cards. He stops there. From here, all you have to do is take this pile right here. He puts it right on top, so now you're merging the blacks together now. Right? And he says, well, check it out. If I just put those together, you can see you actually did get them all right. He splits the piles apart. He says, you know, you got all the blacks and all the reds. And that's how he does it with the use of a marked deck. So that is a very complicated routine. Once again, you don't need the riffle shuffle, but that's...
Guys, also, if you don't have a marked deck, you can actually sort of make your own. If you want, you could have red cards, have nothing on it, and maybe black cards have a small black dot somewhere on the card.
Yeah, you know, you don't need a real marked deck to do this trick. You just need to know where the break is between the reds and the blacks. So if you have all the black cards with like a dot on it, and you know, once you see the dot that, you know, you have to stop dealing those down, then so be it. But if you didn't see the performance, I would highly recommend you go check it out. You know, you can just look up Real or Magic and wait till you find it. We'll try to have in the description section the time in the video that it comes out.
I believe it's 28 minutes, or 26 minutes is when the trick begins, around there.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is Card Shuffler 99.
Peace.